57. How did a change in habitat most affect the wolf population of the Great Bear Rainforest over time? So what was the cause and effect of a change in habitat? Well, the habitat resulted in, if I recall from the passage, the change in the species. They no longer interbred and thus, departed as two different species or split off as two different species. Let's see if an answer picks that up. A, it caused some of the wolves to learn new hunting techniques in order to catch increasingly scarce prey. So that affected the wolf population, that the new wolves, some wolves had to learn a new hunting technique to catch scarce prey. It never said there was increasingly scarce prey. That's not the right idea. So again, if we go back up, I think this was one of the last paragraphs, we had the DNA evidence, and it says many years ago, loss of habitat and food sources forced some mainland wolves out to the islands. Okay, there is a sense of loss of habitat and food, but they went out to the islands. They learned to eat everything from kelp and fish and eggs from the sea that washed up on the beach. Wolves living on the islands of mainland wolves became more isolated and rarely mated with each other. Over time, the two wolves became distinct species. So that's the effect. They became distinct species. Well, scarce prey or scarce food, didn't quite say prey, but scarce food caused them to go to the islands. That isn't answering the question. It's not showing how they changed over time because of the habitat. So remember, conditions here are over time because of the habitat change. What was the effect? So A is not answering that question. B, it caused the wolves to form smaller packs and eventually separate. No, form smaller packs, not really in there. Eventually separate? No, it does say they kind of separated, establishing distinct territories. No, it wasn't about distinct territories. Sometimes they overlap their territories, right? But no, this is not the core idea of the change in habitat. That's basically just saying they formed a new habitat, right? It doesn't say what the effect on the wolf population was. So B is not really answering the question. C, it caused some of the wolves to gradually become a new, genetically distinct species as they adapted behaviorally. Yes, they adapted to the new behaviors. It said that back in that paragraph 4. And it says they no longer interbred, so they became genetically distinct. That is the right idea. That was the change on the entire wolf population over time due to the new habitat. The correct answer for 57 is going to be C. Let's just check D. It caused the wolves to adapt their diet as different food sources became available. No, this is not about diet. The main idea and the main changes to the wolf population was not just their diet due to different food sources. Paragraph 4, which describes this, is really all about they became two distinct species. That's the right idea. So I could see D tempting a few students, but C is the correct answer for 57.